Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome back. This is the Kaiser Report. I'm John here with Kaiser on the sofa one more time. We're going to be having to move that sofa over behind me so you can see him a little bit better. This is his little nap time before the big day starts. And we're here today with a lot of information to go through, starting with the Abrago Garcia nonsense that's taking place. As of yesterday evening, they've decided that his deportation is going through, and he is going to be sent to Uganda, much to the chagrin of the people outside with the paper signs that they spent all evening drawing up to get out and make sure that he's left alone because he's the Maryland father, and so on and so on. This guy is a criminal. He entered the country illegally, and this lawyer is saying that he has constitutional rights. He has no constitutional rights here. They sent him back to the country where his constitutional rights of that country were being taken care of. But we had an idiot congressman go down and try to get him released and have some margaritas with him. Then he gets arrested in Tennessee for having an illegal transportation of people that he was bringing out of Texas up to the Maryland area, which is human trafficking. This is not an innocent person. This is not a legal citizen of this country. I don't know why people get up in arms and act the stupid as they do over this character that is a wife beater, a gang member, and a human trafficker working for either the cartels or the MS-13 that he has clearly marked on his knuckles. My answer to that is bye-bye and good riddance. And if his family is so upset about not going with him, they should pack a bag and go along with him. I am sure that ICE will provide them a plane ticket along with his. So I don't believe the woman wants to stay with him, and we don't even know if she is legal or illegal. We just don't know that, do we? Well, let's take a look what happened here.
Can I get your thoughts really quickly on Abrago Garcia and the idea that the government wants to deport him to Uganda after they offered him a potential plea deal, but to go to Costa Rica instead? Let me play for you what his lawyer said, and then I'll get your reaction to it on the other side. Watch.
The government designated Uganda as the country of removal. It is preposterous that they would send him to Africa, to a country where he doesn't even speak the language, a country with documented human rights violations, when there are so many other options. This family suffered enough. They need to stop trying to separate them. Everything that they've done to Mr. Abrago Garcia, they've done it for one reason, which is that he had the temerity to exercise his constitutional rights. It is preposterous that they would send him to Africa, to a country where he doesn't even speak the language.
We are all Kilmar. Right here, right now, and always. We are all Kilmar.
We? No, we are not French. We're American because you're in America, okay? Greatest country on the planet.
Queridos hermanos y hermanas, mi nombre es Kilmar Abrago Garcia y siempre quiero que recuerden que hoy puedo decir con orgullo que estoy libre y me reuní con mi familia.
Brothers and sisters, my name is Kilmar Abrago Garcia, and I want you to remember this. Remember that I am free.
It is preposterous that they would send him to Africa, to a country where he doesn't even speak the language.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Good morning. My name is Simon Sandoval Moschenberg. I'm a partner at the immigration law firm of Murray Osorio PLLC in Maryland, Virginia, and New Jersey, and one of the many attorneys in the legal team that's been representing Kilmar Abrago Garcia. Mr. Abrago Garcia was taken into custody by ICE this morning.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? Huh? Huh?
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Kilmar is our neighbor, you can't have him Trump. Kilmar is our neighbor, you can't have him Trump. Kilmar is our neighbor, you can't have him Trump.
Turn it off now.
What? There isn't
Off.
even anything.
How about no?
You can't have him Trump. Leave him be, leave him be, leave him be, leave him be again. Kilmar is our neighbor.
Not anymore.
And then that brings us over to the liar, the mainstream liar, Hakeem Jeffries, that is now all on about how everything should go back to the way it was because they don't really know what happened to the Democratic Party. Well, yes, they do know what happened. They do know that the math doesn't add up. His math, obviously, he didn't bother to go to math classes in school, evidently, because he can't construe the polls that are being put in front of his face. And it would seem that given the fall of of Democratic voters, they're being left without a message. There is no message from the Democrats coming forward about what they intend to do, how they intend to do it, or even a plan of action to say to the voters, if you give us another chance, this is what we will do. And they cannot put that together. They are leaning back one more time on all of the programs and things that they want to talk about that got them here in the first place. So it's more of the same. They go on these talk shows and spout all kinds of nonsense, all kinds of lies about what the administration is currently doing, as promised. And then you'll hear people like Pelosi in the street telling you that all the DEI stuff is ready to be put back in place if they are to garner during the midterm elections the ability to take back the House or even increase their presence in the Senate, which I feel is highly unlikely, and so does Kaiser, as you hear right there. And somebody must have pulled in the driveway, I guess. But lying Hakeem is at it one more time on the Sunday shows, along with all of the daily shows that he can get on. Hakeem Jeffries has never walked past a working camera or a microphone without having his little say-so for the day. And it's usually an untruth that's coming straight at you out of the mind of confusion that is the Democratic Party. Now, take a look right here.
Speaking of math, I do want to ask about a New York Times investigation showing that Democrats are losing registered voters in all 30 states that track party registration. We're putting on the screen the data. It shows altogether Democrats have lost 2.1 million voters. Republicans have gained 2.4 million. That's a deficit that you have of 4.5 million voters. Why are voters turning away from your party? What is the problem?
Most of that activity, as I understand it, has occurred in Florida and Texas.
Democrats are losing registered voters in all 30 states that track party registration.
Most of that activity, as I understand it, has occurred in Florida and Texas.
Yeah, you keep on telling yourself that.
And certainly it is the case that nationally we're going to have to invest more in these two red states. At the end of the day, it's also going to be important for us to continue to make clear to the American people what we stand for as Democrats. And the more we can lean into what we stand for as a party, the better off we'll be moving forward.
Are you sure you want to do that?
That is something that I'm working for at the national level, and we are hoping that we can have gender affirming here for our trans kids, and that it's a sad thing for us.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime.
And in the same way that when we talk about defund the NYPD, the entirety of the push is defund the NYPD and refund all of these different social services and things that actually create safety.
So when people say democratic socialist, right? And I'm curious what you think this means. I mean, do you like capitalism?
No, I have many critiques of capitalism.
His win was very compelling in all kinds of parts of the city across many backgrounds. So I wonder, what lessons do you think the National Democrats can draw from this?
And I think, I've been hearing a lot of folks talk about why he won or why he had support. To me, it's crystal clear. He had good ideas.
So next time we win power, we're going to drive that car like we stole it. We're going to legalize every dreamer's parents, every hardworking American doing backbreaking work that makes this country so goddamn great in the first place, even greater as U.S. citizens.
That's the difference between Republicans and Democrats, and the more we can lean into what we stand for as a party, the better off we'll be moving forward.
Good luck. It's almost incredible when you stop and think about how they can't even add up their own poll numbers or get anything right. And then the news is also highly complicit in their fallacies, which they would like mainstream voting population to just buy off on, as they have for decades in the past, which brought us into the situation that is now being swept away by this administration. Thank the Lord for that. And that brings us to Bolton. He wonders why he's the target now. Maybe if he just shut his mouth and stopped talking all of the crap and nonsense that he was spouting out of a book, trying to sell a book, trying to get on to every talk show that there was so he could run down this administration. This brings the wrath upon you. And if he's not guilty of anything and they haven't found anything, why would he even worry? Usually it's the person that worries a lot that has something in the past or has accomplished or done something to be worried about. It's like people in gun control. If you're not afraid of something that you have in your closet, in your past, why worry about it? If you have a background check, so what? What's he worried about? What did they find? We don't know that yet. It hasn't gotten to that point. But he seems worried about it. So let's take a look and see what's going on there.
Being director of the FBI is one of the most important jobs in government, and it's been held by some distinguished people and by some people who are not so distinguished. But the power in that job is just enormous, and I wanted to show why, in my view, Patel wasn't qualified. I think Tulsi Gabbard is dangerous. I think others of people Trump has nominated may be lacking in competence, but I think the trio of Matt Gaetz, who of course is now no longer in the running for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, Tulsi Gabbard, and Kash Patel are a trio that really are dangerous to American national security and law enforcement. And this is important when you think about him potentially being director of the FBI. You can have a lot of different jobs in government. You have to know what your job is and what your limits are. And Kash Patel, sort of like a climbing weed, just doesn't show respect for the limits. I think a lot of Republicans right now just wish Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, and a number of other Trump nominees would just go away.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
We have breaking news just now. FBI agents have raided former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton's Washington, D.C. area home early this morning. A source familiar with the matter tells NBC News that the FBI agents raided Bolton's home in Bethesda, Maryland this morning as part of a, quote, national security investigation in search of classified records. The FBI has not commented, but in a seemingly related post just made on X, FBI Director Kash Patel wrote moments ago, "No one is above the law." But we certainly know this is a president who has promised retribution.
Yeah, it's chilling. It really is.
I think a lot of Republicans right now just wish Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, and a number of other Trump nominees would just go away.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the second city, Chicago, and is it going to live? Is the mayor of Chicago, Johnson, in trouble? It certainly looks that way from the poll numbers and the things that people are on social media talking about, and then the poll numbers from the Chicago press situation are not looking real good for Johnson. The fact that the crime is going up in the city is not a good thing. And he has assurances from Donald Trump that he'll help do the same there as he's doing in D.C. if need be, along out there in L.A. And L.A. is in a mess. I mean, downtown L.A., you have boarded up stores, businesses have left, and you don't want to have an Olympics coming to a town like that is in such disarray with graffiti all over the place, riots in the streets, and boarded up stores. And Chicago can be very much the same if left to their own device under a mayor that's such as Johnson is, sitting there asking every day, or being asked every day by residents that live there, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why is the parks being eaten up and the black communities being trod upon? They're not getting any assistance. They're not getting any money. But the illegals, the immigrants that do not belong there, are getting everything under the sun handed to them. And the heck with the population of people that are in the areas where Johnson is not listening to his own people. It's a crime. Take a look here.
Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town.
Today, the dream is alive. And so today, we celebrate the revival and the resurrection of the city of Chicago. It is time for Chicago to come alive. Come alive, Chicago. My name is Brandon Johnson, and I can't wait to be sworn in as the next mayor of the greatest city in the world, Chicago.
And when folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for.
Political observers say the mayor appears to be in trouble. There is a cloud hanging over City Hall, and it could be called approval ratings. A new poll on the mayor's popularity by the University of Chicago Mansueto Institute for Urban Innovation shows that citywide, only 26% of residents approve of the way Johnson is handling the job of mayor, while 58% disapprove.
Wow. Ouch.
The poll shows Johnson's popularity is underwater with every age and income group, even though he's made affordable housing a key focus. He is also struggling with voters of every race. Even his political base views him unfavorably by 4 percentage points.
Oh, you mother. Okay. All right.
Folks that ignore numbers do so at their peril. There's a big difference between coming out of nowhere when very few people know you versus making a comeback when everybody knows you and universally dislikes you.
Bowen says what's really telling is Johnson's record with CPS.
He was a teacher, and they had an expectation that he would at least get education right. And 2 CEOs and almost 2 full school boards later, the problems are worse.
In response, the mayor's office released a statement only addressing the issue of crime, saying Mayor Johnson is focused on continuing the progress that has produced historic reductions in homicides, shootings, and robberies throughout the city. Chicagoans care about making our city safer, and the mayor's record on public safety speaks for itself.
Okay, let's have a look.
Well, Chicago is named America's murder capital for the 13th consecutive year. The 13th consecutive year. Think about that. And Democrat leaders are now being called out for demonizing police and touting a declining crime rate despite the concerns of residents from all across that city.
Come alive, Chicago!
If his image is diminishing, it's going to be more difficult for him to raise money from his supporters, and his supporters are going to start looking at other potential challengers instead of him.
There are already a number of possible candidates who are considering a run for mayor, and while polls are only a snapshot in time, this one is seen as one that should be a wake-up call for Mayor Johnson.
Why would they not want my help?
Because they don't give a damn about you. They don't like you. I don't like you.
I don't care. I'm here for the girl.
The girl don't like you. Nobody likes you.
President, do you think that your kids going to school today are not being influenced at a very young age by the news on TV? The woke ads that are being populated throughout radio, TV, and social media? Do you think for a minute this doesn't affect them as they go to school and try to learn in the old-fashioned way of learning, where a teacher can put words on a board or ask the students to say a word that ends in XYZ, put it up there? You think they're not being influenced what they see at home, what they see on the programs that they watch, including the PBS programs? Do you think they're not being influenced by a TV commercial? Do you think they're not being influenced by ads they see as you're walking through a mall store with them? Do you think they're not being influenced by the younger people that are in the streets today? They are. And the shame of it all is the teachers do not know how to handle this. Now, there's a satirical look that I'm going to show you here that kind of sums it up, and it's food for thought for this Tuesday as you're going around thinking, well, what can I think about today? Take a look at your children. Take a look at the media that you're allowing them to put an iPad in front of them as a babysitter, or a cell phone to babysit your 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old. And then ask yourself, how can I fix this? How will this affect them? Let's just take a satirical look right here.
Remember we talked about word families. I know you love that. So we're going to start with words that end in AN. You yell out a word, I'll write it down. Let's see how many we can get. Go!
Fan!
Fan! There's a good one.
Man!
Man, that's another one.
Lesbian!
Words that end in AN. Anyone, words ending in AN.
Lesbian!
I think I heard pan. Good.
No, Faith said lesbian.
All right, no big deal. Faith said lesbian. Hold on. Good, we'll write that down. Just a word, not a big deal, but we'll move on. We'll get some other ones.
What is a lesbian, sir?
What's your word? How do you... All right. If you liked another girl, that could be...
I like Olivia. Am I a lesbian?
Well, if you like Olivia, you could be, sure.
I like Olivia. I love Olivia. I like Olivia too. Am I a lesbian?
No, it doesn't work that way, Philip. You can never be a lesbian.
No fair. I want to be a lesbian. Me too.
We can all be lesbians. Okay, let's just move on. Let's try words that end in ON.
Prostitution.
What did you say?
Prostitution. What is prostitution?
What is prostitution? Let's say prostitution is when you work in the street and you get paid.
I want to do prostitution.
No. All right. Moving on to words that end in RE, but let me just have a second here to think if nothing, there can't be. So shout out words that end in RE.
Crack whore.
Now, this is something that we all need to get a hold of if we have children in our family that are of these ages that are so impressionable. And a foundation that has to be built for these children is the sole responsibility of the parent who is raising that child. There are an awful lot of people out there that are raising children as a way to gain money on welfare, a way to gain EBT stamps without working. And this, again, too, harms these children and the foundation on which the rest of their life and how they become either a productive citizen to this life or a non-productive citizen that has to be taken care of on social programs. These are things that are the foundations that you must supply that child. You brought that child into this world, and you have to provide a foundation. And part of that foundation is keeping them away from things of harm that will harm their not only physically, but mentally, and stay with them for the rest of their life. This is where a lot of this has gone wrong. And mark my words, you're seeing it now in the streets of this country. You're seeing it in the populations around the world that have gone with this. Everyone gets a trophy. No one is special. You're all the same, which is not true. And a lot of what they're learning through these mediums is harmful. And it's up to you to be the policeman of what their intake is at these very, very young, informative ages. So let's do our job as parents and protect these children, protect them from harm, teach them and base them in religion, base them into a good societal background that will help them through life. We don't want to rely on a government, a man or a woman, to come along and say everything will be okay. Here we'll give you this. Here we'll give you that. Go out and teach them how to earn and how to be self-sufficient. This life calls for self-sufficiency, not dependency on others to make your life better. This is something that you're endowed with the ability to do, and it's up to you to make sure that that happens. So if you think your youth are not being influenced, think again, and think long and hard about how you can counteract the problems that are in front of you today. And that'll take us to our segment of What Does It All Mean? And while we're there, think about what we just talked about. So take a look at What Does It All Mean?
Pete Buttigieg, a real winner. That guy's a real winner.
Buttigieg, Mayor Pete.
Governor Newsom from California. Isn't that his name, Newsom?
I certainly didn't expect to find myself in this position a year ago.
You have stolen my dreams. How dare you?
I just wanted to give you a little update. I am overall good. I think I feel disgust at what's going on in the world around genocide.
We have to stay woke.
Just general fear, everything.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people.
I think everything with the environment is really getting to me.
The climate crisis is real.
And it is one, I experience a lot of climate anxiety.
I get it.
I got pretty bogged down after the election.
Everybody needs to be woke.
I was in a mental hospital.
That is true.
Which, that's a whole other thing. I got a little bogged down. That felt great to record.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
I said, what the hell is wrong with her?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a little bit of a chuckle and a smile out of it, because I know you're going to smile and chuckle in this next segment as we take the exit, your favorite exit, right off this highway into Stupid Town.
When he is pushed to the dustbin of history, when people use it as a cautionary tale to scare the shit out of their children, because he knows there's a hell of a lot of flags with his picture on it, we wouldn't wake up every day to a bunch of shit on TV. Petty as hell. Think of how easy it would be to be a damn Republican. You are too damn old, man, and I don't give a damn. There's a division in my damn house and we're still married. It boggles my damn mind.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Yeah, we're gonna get some damn bait.
Don't take the bait. It boggles my damn mind that in the midst of a military takeover our cities and the attempt to go into others, the flaunting of the rule of law, the cruelness and the unconstitutional nature of the way they're attacking our neighbors.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
This room's born to run, running to a better future, a future that includes everyone, a future where our children are valued and lifted up, a future where immigrants are celebrated just like our grandparents and parents were, a future where we ask people to pay their fair share while we make life a little bit easier for others, and we find joy in the things that you find personally joyful, and I don't give a damn what your neighbor thinks about those things.
Back it up a moment. You just said...
And the unconstitutional nature of the way they're attacking our neighbors. And I don't give a damn what your neighbor thinks about those things.
Well, which is it, young feller?
This idea that this was a weaponized, these were all these different prosecutions and all these different jurisdictions were not all directed from one place. There's absolutely no evidence of that. You guys can tell me what evidence you have of that, but I've never seen it, and I've never heard anybody actually voice it.
The Obama and Biden administrations didn't politicize the DOJ. And
okay, who?
Oh, I mean, come on. You could, I mean, they were better at hiding who it was, or not transparent.
I'm just saying.
How do we know?
Shut up!
If you are making the claim that this was directed by some kind of big puppeteer at the top of the pyramid, who is that person?
So how did the IRS only go after conservative groups?
But
they didn't, though.
And why you're not answering my question. Who is the person?
Oh my goodness.
This is how you move up in the poll. This is how you move up in the poll. Yeah.
One, two, three. Back up. Get away.
So I once had a boomer come to me and say that I needed to take more control of the finances and my situation in my life. Okay. Number one, do you know what the housing market is? B, do you know that the auto loan industry is using the same principles that caused the crash in 08? But I countered with this, and now they blocked me. How many of your friends, your coworkers, and your relatives who are over the age of 65 who are now retired are now, instead of moving to a retirement facility or a retirement community, they are now doing a 10-year forever cruise because it is way cheaper? Yeah. Checkmate. You screwed up the entire world. Now you can't even live with it. Shut the hell up. You doomed us all. Go away.
We are about to break ground on what will be the world's premier institution for developing civic leaders across fields, across disciplines, and yes, across the political spectrum.
Oh, that's a bunch of crap.
The Obama Presidential Center means a lot more than just creating a space to house memories from our 8 years in the White House. This investment, the substantial investment in the South Side, will help make the neighborhood where we call home a destination for the entire world.
They just one little problem.
Community leaders and longtime residents say the Obama Presidential Center is negatively affecting the neighborhood and could price out families who live on the city's south side. That's according to a new report.
He's building his library in Chicago. It's a disaster. He wants woke people to build it. Well, he got woke people, and they have massive cost overruns. The job is stopped.
But wait, there's more.
It looks like a big piece of rock, kind of right in the middle of what used to be Jackson Park, full of like lush flowers, trees, and just beautiful. And all of a sudden here you've got this big monstrosity. It's over budget. It took way too long to build, and it's ugly.
I guess that's the style of art they do nowadays.
In Marxist countries, yeah. Communist countries, yeah.
I'm from the Soviet Union, so I should know.
Are you really?
Yeah.
This is brutalist architecture.
Yeah, it is, 100%. 100%. It's simplistic and brutal. It's simplistic and brutal.
You can't make this stuff up.
Okay, just the ugly chicks now. Hey, leave Sydney Sweeney alone.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird.
Boycott American Eagle. Do not buy them. And cancel this person, Miss Sweeney. Cancel for her being racist.
Like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes.
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
Y'all are mad at Sydney Sweeney because she's white, she's blonde, she's blue-eyed, and she looks good. I am DEI'd out.
You know that American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney in it? You know, it's set women back 30 years. Yeah, take me back 30 years ago when everything was so much better and people weren't complete heads.
And now I'm a mom. And now I will not be spending a dime if she ever asked me to go there. Hell no.
Watching it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I'm like, that's not a real person. I get the uncanny valley, like, ick from the look in her eyes.
That's Nazi propaganda. Wow.
I don't think Sydney Sweeney is a fascist. I think she's just pretty.
I just don't like it. I don't like it even a little bit.
See the camera? Say hi. Hi.
To say that there are good genes is to imply that there are also bad genes. Do you get it now?
Fashion companies use ads to send out very alarming messages.
It's really not that deep. It's not Nazi propaganda, it's just a commercial.
From my point of view, I am not jealous of Sydney Sweeney.
I think you guys are mad about something else. I don't know if it's because she's hot and she's attractive. I don't know what it is, but you guys need to go outside, touch grass, and I can't say this enough because I've said it before. We really need to bring mental asylums back. Like, seriously.
If you're talking about eugenics, wear a mask. If you're talking about eugenics, wear a mask.
I've been screaming to a phone for the past 2 years, not going anywhere because I'm incompetent and I don't know how to lead a rebellion, and nobody will help me.
I can't even scream anymore. I've been screaming so much the past couple days. It's unreal.
If you saw the Sweeney ad and agree that it was bad, it would be oh so rad to wear a mask.
This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally.
I hope you enjoyed your visit to Stupid Town today and what does it all mean. And I hope you got something out of the little satirical look at what youth is having to deal with today. And I ask you again today, as I do every day, please pray for our world leaders that they can have the ability to put an end to some of the strife and wars around the world. And once again, act like the children of God that we all are. And until Wednesday, we'll be back here tomorrow with a Hump Day presentation and a show for you. We want you all to remember to stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned to the Kaiser Report for more commentary, mostly political anymore, but some other commentary as well. And we'll be back here tomorrow with more fun. Bye-bye now. God bless you all.